2025, artificial intelligence has become a global obsession. The media describe it as the greatest technological revolution in history. Experts announce extraordinary profits, influencers promise fortunes, and thousands of investors rush in, convinced that simply buying AI stocks is enough to get rich. Anything that contains the letters A and I sells like hotcakes. But here is the truth no one wants to hear. The majority of people investing in AI today will lose money. Not because AI won't work, the technology is real, but because many people confuse innovation with profitability. In this video, we forget marketing and beautiful promises. We talk about real numbers, real risks, and traps that destroy fortunes. Because in the stock market, enthusiasm does not pay the bills. What really matters is understanding and analysis. We are going to explore 5 major risks that every investor must know. And be careful. Risk number 4 is the one that ruins the most investors. Stay until the end because what you're about to discover could save your portfolio. Let's start with the first danger. Risk number 1, the speculative bubble. The first crucial question to ask is simple: are we in a bubble? And the answer is found in the numbers. Today, some AI companies are valued at billions of dollars. Their real revenue? Only a few million. Their current profits? Zero, or even negative. So what is their valuation based on? On optimistic projections of the future. On promises of what might happen one day. And above all, on investors' fear of missing out. If this sounds familiar, that's normal. Let's go back to the year 2000, the famous internet bubble. At that time, companies were worth fortunes just because they had .com in their name. Investors bought without looking at fundamentals. Everyone said, this time it's different, the internet will change everything. And then, the bubble burst. 90% of those companies disappeared in just a few months. Billions of dollars vanished. Personal fortunes were completely destroyed. The problem with bubbles is always the same pattern, when everyone buys just because others are buying. When prices are completely disconnected from economic reality. When people invest with emotions instead of logic, the correction is always brutal and unforgiving. And right now, in the AI sector, warning signals are already flashing. First signal, completely insane valuations. Second signal, startups funded blindly without a solid business model. Third signal, investors buying without understanding what they're buying. And here is the most important lesson to remember. A technology can be absolutely revolutionary. And at the same time, your investment can be a total disaster. These are 2 completely different things that must never be confused.
Now let's move on to the second risk, even more deceptive. Risk number 2, ultra-fast technological obsolescence. In AI, today's leader is never guaranteed to be tomorrow's leader. Remember Nokia, BlackBerry, Yahoo? They completely dominated their markets. They looked invincible. And yet, they all disappeared in just a few years. Unlike a bank with physical infrastructure or a factory with heavy machinery, an AI company has almost no strong protective barriers. It can be overtaken in just a few months by a more efficient algorithm, a cheaper competitor, or worse, a completely free open-source project. Look at reality. Yesterday, GPT-4 dominated. Today, Claude competes. Gemini is arriving, and Llama offers free open source. The war never stops. And tech giants invest tens of billions to catch up with any small leader in just a few quarters. What looks invincible today can become completely obsolete tomorrow morning. In AI, technological advantage is a dangerous illusion of safety. Let's move to the third risk, the one people don't talk about enough, but that can destroy everything: the regulatory wall. Risk number 3, the unpredictable regulatory wall. AI touches extremely sensitive topics: personal data, national security, information manipulation, and job destruction. Governments are already acting. Europe is imposing the AI Act with heavy constraints. China is drastically limiting generative AI, and the United States is debating sector-wide bans.